What words do you hate? Hubby and wifey, terrifying words. That's up there with bubby and sissy for me. All four are just awful. Prego or preggers instead of pregnant. You've awoken something primal inside me. Preganant. Can you get pregante? Girlfriend ain't had periods since she got pregat. Can you burn a Luigi board? Updude. Agreed, take this updude. Simp. It will go out of style soon enough. In these uncertain times. For me, I hate porno talk. I especially hate the word cum. I just hate it. I find it super obnoxious. Also, on a semi-related note, I'm starting to hate the name Cynthia. Also, the word representative. They are related but separate. Slaw monsieur. Poetry. Yelling. Angry. Waving my hands a lot. Specific point of view on things. Cynthia. Cynthia? Jesus died for our Cynthias. Jesus cried. Runaway bride. Julia Roberts. Julia Rob. Hurts. Cynthia. Ooh. Cynthia. You're dead. You're dead. Bop boop beep bop bop boop bop. You're dead. That's for Cynthia, who's dead. You've somehow pinpointed exactly why I don't like the name Cynthia without ever talking to me. Concept. A porn star named Comfia. I have the gun loaded at my forehead, don't push me over the edge. Panties, I just hate saying it. Feels so weird. Cringe. That's pretty cringe, bruh, not gonna lie, I cringed while reading this. Because of both Reddit and programming, this. Comments that begin with are only this or wow. Just wow actually piss me off to read. Oi, when guys use the term holes when talking about sex stuff. Vo monsieur, let me fill your voids. I prefer orifices. Doggo, I hate that word. And puppers. Clout. Bruh. Fam. Simp. Cuck. Toxic. Literally. When used wrong, you sound like a jackass. Headass. I could keep going but there's too many to list. I hate people who have an over-the-top style over substance attitude when it comes to speaking. Brew literally. Fam, you're such a cuck, you can't stop simping. It's deadass toxic. Sorry. Don't apologize and take my fucking updude. Bi-monthly. So that's 2x a month or every 2 months, or wait. That's why I hate it. Libtard. It's fucking stupid and I assume the person saying it is stupid. I'm not even very political. Sheeple. If you use the word sheeple unironically, I cannot take you seriously. Thought. I hate thought because it's grammatically incorrect. It's supposed to be an acronym. So, she's a that hoe over there, makes no sense. Sound like something a thought would say. Pud, it's the way my British in-laws say pudding. It physically hurts me even looking at it. Woot no. It sounds so childish but is being said by adults. I think that's what gets me. Same thing with tummy, for me. Anyways, because it's wrong, and literally, because it's used wrong so often and ridiculously overused. Just the word bro like it's overused these days. Don't watch Outer Banks. I mean, don't watch it for 1,000 reasons. But this is one of them, monsieur. Doggo, pupper, chonk, or any of those cutesy names for a pet. Just call it a damn dog or cat. SMH. Round, chunky bois, burb, floofer. Panties. Panties is the best word ever. Shutter. Undies, however, I am fine with. Yes makes me feel like a 5-year. The word ain't right. Cringe and retard. Cringy retard. As someone who works with kids with autism, I hate the word retarded. Cock. CAHHWWKKK. Asterisk moist asterisk. But what do I call my banana bread? Wet? Want some sweet ass wet bread? Ass and wet should not go in the same sentence as food. Nasty ass. Swamp ass soaked banana bread. That's so moist, bruh. Gnome. That meme ruined it for me. I'm ganada ganelf, I'm ganada ganoblin, I'm a gnome. ANDYOUVBENGNOMED. Triggered. Being mildly offended by something is not the same as having a crippling mental illness. Purse. Like. Not when someone says purse their lips though. For some reason, only when it's used to describe women's bags. Like, she had her purse with her. Why? I have no idea. I've just always hated it. Since childhood. And like, hey, if other people wanna call it that, it's not like it bugs me a ton. But I don't like saying it myself. Weird quirk. I also dislike having to talk about bodily functions. Or fluids, solids and such. Also I agree. Porno talk is blech, and the word cum is weirdest of all. And while I'm not big on disliking Cynthia, I did know a lady with that name who was not great, so I still support you on that. XP. First lips. Smiled wryly. Tongue clucked. And the worst for me, a knowing look. Makes you want to punt the author when they write like this. I'll never use those stuff ever in any writing I ever write for remembering these people. It seems that name irk us for very different reasons. Tummy, belly, problematic, Latinx, breath, it's just so gross sounding. Maybe your breath wouldn't be so gross if you brushed your teeth more often. Yummy. How do you feel about yum or yummo? I am fine with you, monsieur. Have never heard yummo used. Not sure how it would make me feel in the moment. Savage. Funny when used ironically, but really cringy when it's used seriously. I agree with you, my dear Savage. Gaslighting. Strawman. Ad hominem, monsieur. The tribon tone of I lost this argument and am more enlightened than you on Reddit. Stoked. Colonel. Carrot kernel. Bruh. It's the dumbest word to express disappointment. Finna. Anyone calling their partner babe. So overused. Succulents. No offense to British people, but something irks me when they say bloody. Insert word here. Bloody hell, you are a tosser. Bloody hell, you are a tosser. Tweet and Twitter. Turning something into a verb. X. YouTubed. Netflixed. Snapchatted. Redditing. Etc. Adulting. I don't have my life completely together, but I wouldn't ever use the term monsieur. It's corny. Thought? Maybe this one phased out a bit in the past few years. Whoa, it's becoming played out. Insert person or concept. Supporter, hater. I had to run a bunch of errands, clean, and do laundry a while back, and the girl I'd been talking to asked what I was doing. I told her and she sent a crying emoji and said she hated adulting. Between that and her love of Old Town Road, I knew the relationship wasn't destined to be one of any significant length. Pussy. I have always despised the sound of that word. I'll put that in a distant second place in my most hated porno talk words. Armpit. Armcave. Underarm. Tacit. There's nothing tacit about tacit. Tummy and scrumptious. I broke up with a woman because she used scrumptious too much. And I'm not ashamed. She must have been confused. I didn't tell her I was breaking up with her because of that. I used the fact that she was sending nudes of herself to my buddy. Thank God for that windfall. My bad. Gash in reference to a vagina. What about gash in reference to a wound? Or the military slang for garbage? Or the British show from 2003? Or either Village in Iran? Or English striker Michael Gash, who plays for Kings Lynn Town and National League North in the 6th tier of English football. A sarcastic whatever might be up at the top for me. You'll be pleased to know that a sarcastic whatever got me punched in the face once. Story asterisk. Apparently this jackass felt that I bumped into him in a jam-packed club. It was so crowded that you couldn't avoid bumping into people. He tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around to be informed that I owes him an apology. I said, "Whatever dude," and turned back around. We repeated this process 3 more times. On the last time, as I was turning back away from him, he got me with a left hook. He looped around and caught me in the cheek. Bouncers were all over us. So that ended round 1. We met 2 more times. I broke his nose the 2nd, and I tore up my ankle the 3rd time. All because of sarcastic whatever dude. This didn't happen. Swear on my balls. Democratic socialism. Oh, I also think an airport should be renamed to be called a plane station, because it sounds better, and that's my only reason. I am picking up Brian from the airport. Boring. Bland. I am picking Brian up from the plane station. Cool. Sounds funnier. As ironic as it is. I hate the term grind my gears whenever I would try and say anything that pisses me off. When I was younger, I'd be interrupted by my father saying in a stupid accent, "You know what grinds my gears?" It leaves a bad taste in my mouth now. That really gets my goat. Clot. That word has always made me want to die. Love. I know that would get some flack, but it's always felt hollow. I've never been able to express it in a way that somebody understands how extremely I've felt. So it's just ended making me feel unsuccessful in friendships, relationships, and even with my family. And I know hate might be strong in this case, but the word itself just makes me feel deeply insignificant and unloved. Snazzy. Bet. Woke. Any kind of splaining. Corduroy. Literally. OMG. Spelled out. Swag. And it's not really a word, but that simpering fake laugh that some people do when laughing at a not funny joke. Oh, and when girls say I have to pee instead of I need to use the bathroom is just plain old explaining. Okay though. Circumstantial. Wait, are you too scared to say the word God? I am a man of sesquipedalian loquaciousness. Not because I think that usage of particularly, perhaps preposterously elongated, or complicated vocabulary could pervade the impression that my intelligence is superior to that of my contemporaries. Quite the contrary. To put it simply, bigger words simply sound better to me. There's a degree of almost artistic catharsis that comes with regular usage of larger, more obscure words in everyday speech. It's hard to explain, so I don't necessarily hate words. I just prefer some over others. Hell, I still use retarded as an insult, because I know the valid circumstances where it can be utilized in such a way without being offensive towards the mentally handicapped. That said, there is one word I vehemently despise more than any other scourge upon the English language. And that word is hella. I hate life is strange for a multitude of reasons, but that is one of the biggest issues I take with it. Oh, also, I'm American and prefer to use modern English spellings for certain words. I dunno if that counts. Whenever I read or hear nothing burger, I get irrationally angry. Tummy. Work ethic. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.